Hi, it's me, Katie. Welcome back to Spill the Spotlight. Today I'm actually doing something I haven't done in quite some time, and that is simplifying things a little bit. I tend to get a bit carried away with just piling on as much as possible, and recently with how many micro trends are just coming in and out so quickly, I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed with fashion. I think that's a topic for another day, but I thought today, let's just go back to a timeless, classic 90s outfits inspired. In the early seasons, she's spotted in a lot of plaid, so you have been warned, but for this first look in particular, I also wanted to team it with denim. I'm not sure if it was part of the required uniform while she was working at Central Park, but she definitely wears a lot of it, often manifesting in the form of a denim vest, and lucky for me, that's another one of my specialties. So I decided to give you two slight variations of this look, and I gotta say, I think I am actually preferring this second one, especially when I layer over this kind of blazer situation as well. This is actually one of my only references to the latest seasons, but I really like this more mature take on plaid for Rachel, and this is one of my favorite looks of the bunch. I think I am just kind of biased towards the skirt at the moment. I can't stop wearing it, and it teams up so nicely with this green mock neck sleeveless top. I don't know, it really brings out the colors in the skirt. In my defense, you were warned about the plaid, so here we are again. It's looking very simple until we throw on this long line corduroy coat. It just is perfection. It brings everything together so well. I do think that the stocking and knee-high boot combo though is the staple Rachel element of this look. Another item we see featured a lot in the early seasons with all three girls actually are overalls. This is a vintage pair of Gap overalls I've had for the longest time. I always circle back to them every summer though because they have such a nice effortless fit to them. You can keep it super simple with a tank top and sneakers. I also tried it out with that same blazer jacket from before, and if you wanted to pep it up even more, switching out for dress shoes as well. I think this is a really cool juxtaposition from how casual overalls typically are. Another great 90s denim staple is the dress, often button up, but Rachel was spotted in a few that featured the zip as well, so I thought this would be perfect. Personally, I like leaving it half undone just to break things up a little bit. You can also style it with that same jacket, once again, even tied around the waist. Actually, why was tying things around the waist so insanely popular in the 90s? Here I am, doing it again. This is probably one of her most iconic looks, always gonna pop up when you're searching for her on Pinterest. It is the plaid pants with the graphic tee. I think hers was I Love New York, but this one is doing the same job. I wanted to try something a little fancier as well. This is the sort of thing she could wear to an event or a hot date, and I don't really have a specific reference picture, but I do think she would keep it quite classic with a little black dress, but it has that added fashion element with the strappy open back. I think a nice coat to wear whilst going to and from would definitely be an essential for her, and I think the snake print one would be a great addition. We always got to come back to our roots though, so here we are with the mini skirt knee-high boot combo once again. I believe she's also seen in a similar red jacket to this, and it matched in perfectly with the pinstripe through the skirt. Kind of hard to pick up on camera, but trust me, it is there, and this is actually our final Rachel look, so shall we move on? My guy, my boy, my bro, Joey, he serves us some looks in season 1, very model of Judy-esque, I feel, and one of the first that come to mind is this leather vest moment. I am still in love with it. Definitely a very classic option that I feel like would be relevant in any time period really. Since he doesn't have a more corporate job like the other two male leads, he is seen in more casual attire, most of the time featuring jeans, so I decided to keep the same base for a couple of the looks. Simply switching the vest for a button-down check flannel type shirt is nothing special, but it is a good classic option. If you wanted something even cozier though, he is seen in quite a few sweaters too, and I think this kind of shapeless silhouette really embodies his style quite well. We do actually get to see him more dressed up for a funeral episode in a really classic, smart, all black outfit, topped off with a long grey overcoat, and I love this look. I feel like it is so unisex and timeless. And I also really like that we see him wear this same coat a couple of times throughout the season. I just feel like that's so much more realistic, investing in one nice coat and re-wearing it. I do feel like Monica's style is one of the more underrated in this series. She still serves us some looks. I will say one of her staples would have to be mum jeans though. So here I'm going for like a slightly spiced up version of that by opting for the darker wash and also the lace texture in the tank top. Red is definitely a great color on her, and she loves a cardigan too, so this one teamed up nicely. If we wanted to try following that same sort of outfit equation but just for a more casual setting, here it is. We've opted for the light wash denim once again, and then just this grey cardigan twin set which has the most adorable floral embroidery featured. I could totally see her wearing this around the apartment and down to the coffee house. She delivers more than just the casual jean looks though, especially in the first season. I feel like they were a little bit more playful with her style. I thought that this corduroy skirt would be a dream on her, especially teamed up with stockings. And I know the camera is completely washing this out, but the crop top is actually ribbed and collared. Not only two features we see her in a lot, but also just a great way to oomph up your basics a little bit. Another staple, not just for the show, but for 90s fashion in general, are these collared button-down dresses. I will always love this silhouette. I tried this particular one on both with and without tights. I feel like I prefer it with, but I don't know. Some of you guys are in summer and the bare legs might be a vibe. This is more of an iconic Monica look that instantly pops to mind. The black crop top, the striped trousers. Unfortunately, I didn't have those, but I feel like these plaid ones are still doing the job. This is so much more simple than what I would typically opt for, but for some reason, I still love it. I just tried it on with a white top as well, mostly because this black piping just felt very 90s to me, so I wanted to test it out. I have fallen madly in love with these suspender pants they style her in. The closest I had was this kind of jumpsuit situation, which honestly I had forgotten I even owned, but I'm glad I have rediscovered because this is kind of like the dark horse outfit of the bunch for me. It snuck up on me and I'm actually really feeling it, especially with the short sleeve blazer thrown over the top. Once again referencing the early seasons, but Monica is one of the only characters we see in workout gear, and when she wears the Nike sports bra and hoodie combo, it is so good. I didn't have any plain bike pants, so I've got these little daisy babies, but she's still cute though, so it's okay. Okay, for the last Monica look, I've just gone out on my own here. She didn't wear anything like this, but I think she could have. We saw her in these vest tops with nothing underneath a couple of times, and I think these longer line denim shorts would definitely be something she would wear in the summer. Chandler is actually my favorite character. What can I say? I'm always drawn to the sarcasm. Let me know who your faves are. Actually, I'd love to hear you list them 1 through 6. For me, Chandler number 1, Ross last place, and then in between, they can kind of bounce around. Anyway, back to the looks. Chandler is often seen in these plaid shirts and blazers, and I thought the colors on this one would be perfect for him. I tried it out with both jeans and then also a pair of trousers, and I guess trousers is probably more accurate for him. I also added on some more black accessories just to see if that's how I'd prefer to style it. Another reason he is my favorite is probably because he is master of the sweater vest. I actually bought this one specifically because it looked like something he would literally wear in the show. Like, I would not be surprised. You know what, actually, the whole outfit, this might just be my most accurate on-brand look of the entire video. Ooh, okay, yeah, no, we slipped a little with this one. I think it's just the jeans. Maybe if I did slacks instead, it would be a little bit better, but I really liked this green color combo for him. And again, with the vest, it's not just sweater vest, it's also these little plaid ones as well. So, you know, we were on the right track at least. A more casual outfit for him usually consists of a sweatshirt, baseball cap, and jeans. So just like that, we are back to nailing it. Everyone's favorite quirky character, Phoebe, and actually the whole reason I'm even filming this video. In my previous one, I featured a look that reminded me of her and was feeling inspired. Starting off with a more mild option, in the first season we see her in a lot of denim, tie-up shirts, florals, and maxis. Of course, that is a staple throughout the entire show. I can definitely see her performing in this during the summer, and it's one of my go-tos as well actually. Not for performing, but just everyday living. Ooh, another one of my favorites from this video, probably just because I'm so excited to finally see some color. I love the combo of this pink, purple, and green, and also the pattern in this maxi is big Phoebe Buffet energy, so we love to see it. I also styled my hair in pigtails, layered on a few extra accessories because she is one of the only ones who is actually playful with the styling. I swear it must somehow be winter like 85% of the time for Phoebe because they always have her layering like crazy. The floral dress I used as a base 100% looks like something that would be in her wardrobe, and I drew out that red further with the little tie up top and then bundled up with my tan coat and a little bit of print clashing with my fluffy leopard print hat. We don't see her in pants as much as we do the other characters, but if we were, I think she would rock these cords, no doubt. And for some reason, purple just feels like her color. Like it's very representative of someone more creative and definitely an individual. So I think this outfit would look stunning on Phoebe. This one, on the other hand, I'm not entirely convinced. It's not that I don't like it, I just haven't actually seen her wear something quite like this, so I'm not sure if it is on brand enough. But I don't know, there's something about it that I'm still kind of feeling. Another one that I don't have a reference picture for, but it just feels right for some reason, especially this top. I feel like this was a staple in so many 90s TV shows. Like, I'm pretty sure Sabrina Spellman also wore this. But by styling it with the long necklaces, the floral skirt, and the jacket, which is actually in a velvet texture, I think is giving us the right energy. I am so insanely jealous of Phoebe's coat collection. She always rocks up in the funkiest patterns, the brightest colors, and I do think she would add this little snow leopard number to her collection as well. Ross definitely served us some suit looks, but I'm going to tell you right now, he never looked this good in them, so you're welcome. But I will admit mine has a little bit more of a 70s feel to it. I think it's just because my pants are a higher rise and I have a heel on my boot, but in general, these beige suits were still very popular in this time period as well, especially with the classic blue button-up underneath. I wanted to try styling a more casual professor, lecturer, tutor style look as well, and I thought that this cream sweater would do the trick, especially with a button-up peeking out underneath. Obviously the bag really brings us back on theme. It's giving me very, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm pretty sure lecturers own a satchel, so I bought one too. We've actually seen these pattern sweaters on Joey Chandler and Ross. The only reason I featured it here was because these crushed velvet pants felt more Ross than the other two. This isn't something I would typically wear at all, but I actually really like it, in large part thanks to the more washed out color palette. It's kind of pastel, but not quite. I don't know, but we're coming through with the brand names. We got the Levi 501s, we got the Ralph button down. Definitely very Ross, I think. Wow, okay, I thought that was never gonna end. That was a lot more outfits than usual. If you stuck with me, thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know what some of your favorite looks were, as well as some of your